So we got some fun fights coming up, I think. So I'm really, really glad we got that rejuvenation chamber there, whatever that is. Otherwise, I would have been embittered again and unrested, which would have been my own fault for not doing a long rest after Jaheira, because I think I could have. I think the map was white or unread. All right, come on, game, open up. There we go. That part should be good. That's a really nice sun. I took like about an hour and a half lunch there, just finally getting like the day's sunlight, which is a joy. The place I'm renting from is from an old friend of mine, and it's never like, you know, you should always, they say you should mix like friendship and business or whatever it is. This is kind of in that same circumstance where, as it's coming on to the point by the end of the month where I said I'd let him know whether I'd be staying or not. It's like having some weird conversations. He's like, my wife's on my ass, so you'll have to let me know by this weekend whether you're staying or not. And like, I probably maybe should have just agreed or something, but this is like an important decision, where you're going to live. So I thought that was like pretty offensive to be like, oh, it's nothing to do with me, it's, you know, it's the wife, but you have to tell me 5 days early or 4 days early. Thursday is the end of the month. He's like, the wife's on me, you have to tell me 5 days early. That seems unreasonable to me. And I said so, and it turned into like a little bit of a fucking snappy exchange. And that makes it difficult, because if there's one thing that's gonna, like, I don't necessarily think I feel like moving right now. Like, I don't have a place to move to that I'm like thinking like, okay, I want to try this place, I want to try this place. I'm just kind of in my groove. Although I'm kind of worried about being in the winters, in a place like this for the winter. Might be stuck at home a bit too much, but you'll never know. But like, the last thing you want is that kind of chippiness. This is supposed to be someone I'm supposed to have like a long friendship with, and it's just like super fucking weird, man. Totally unappreciated. Alright, so I'm gonna go trash talk this lady, and then we're gonna burst her down because she's probably the strongest one.
You are on sanctified ground. Speak only if you must. He is below.
That's a friendly looking shadow.
Okay, take him out.
You sought a fight, and now.
Oh, she's got that same scourge. Am I fighting all of them? Just to make sure. So she's, for some reason... Okay, 2 nice attacks here. She has shields. Harry Henry. I feel like I remember a Harry Henry. Okay, so I can't really... Armor class is increased by 5. That makes this like an almost impossible hit. Okay. So I'm a little bit annoyed I wasted Lacerate. Oh, I don't know if you want to live. I don't know if you want to run away here, lady. That's her whole turn? What is she doing? Yeah, you counterspell that. You definitely counterspell that. We're all grouped up.
What do I have to lose?
How's she doing? Quarter health. Here comes Harry Henry. It also feels like anytime I have some sort of like disagreement with someone who's either like, I mean, it doesn't really happen with friends, but like someone I have like some sort of like agreement with, like either in business or like rentals or something. It just, I don't know if other people feel this way, but it just always feels like to speak your mind always like, it just always feels to me like speaking my mind makes the situation like get out of hand. If I say what I think, it's like inflammatory or something. Just being like, well, like, his text to me was, my wife's getting on my ass. I need you to decide. Need you to decide by this weekend. And I was like, well, your relationship is not my problem, respectfully. Like, I told you the end of the month and I'm just going to stick, and I'm still going to tell you by then. And, like, it just fucking downhill from there. So I guess maybe I was kind of, like, giving him fighting words. But you either roll over or you say what you mean. And then if you say what you mean, with some people, it's appreciated. With some people, it just, like, tension ramps up. You just kind of have to realize that some people are just, like, not going to be it for you. It's kind of what it feels like. I knew this already. Only 1 damage for a spell that time. Okay, anyone in any worry? Not really. Big Mama's coming. She can hit them through this. This is a nice thing about the... Can't reach destination. Can I charge him? Yeah. It's cool to see the charge of the halberd. Okay, this guy's the other level 8. I kind of didn't think about that. Harry Henry, I'm not too worried about. I don't care about that. Pew! Is the hypnotize still there? Hold on, let me review some script here. I wish this thing stayed as the size. Okay, I succeeded a concentration saving throw, but I don't see it here. I mean, I can just use a stronger spell, because we can rejuvenate after this, I think. Oh, he had shield on. Shit. Reading fail. That's another crazy thing, is that this works with... This is... This is nice because if you have more CC, which I don't have a whole lot of, you get additional CC with that. Very cool. Very cool indeed. I wish she had like a bonus... Ooh, Jesus, birdies. I really wish she had a bonus action that did extra damage. Only 2 left, right? You okay, big guy? You don't try not to run into the window next time.
A dull moment.
Dush, dush. Was that like a... was that a reactionary shield? How does that work? You have shield as a reaction. I didn't even know that. What is that? What did she just use? Is Misty Step? Okay. You can counter it. Wow, you can counterspell a lot of stuff. That's crazy. I can't imagine something more useful than that. No counterspell, generally speaking. So obviously sucks if you don't get it. Keep beating his ass. Do I still have the pull shoulder? This is so annoying. Oh my god. As if he's not gimped enough compared to Karlach. He usually still does damage, right? God, she just... I would love to have damage meters for like my entire playthrough. Just to see how she's doing. Okay, let's see if we get anything. I refuse to believe these two don't have anything good. Alright, let's see what these people have. These people are like monsters, though, obviously. Like, they're all part of this whole plan. Why didn't Scarlet die in money? Cress's notes. I don't know. I'm still going to keep this because these people deserve to get wrecked. Well, that's what we're trying to do, right? We're running through all this and taking out people. But this is like a trash series of things to have. Hyena ears. This one looks empty already. So did I get everything from this one? I think it's still something in this one. This is back where it came, right? Wait a minute, this is a new area? Okay. Oh, let me just check here. So this is the way down. Gotcha. What's all this over here? This is the secret relief, right? Oh, here's Ariel's. Suspended theromorphosis. Let's find out.
But empty of tadpoles. Unusual.
Dictator describe Yanthus by Enver
Casting
Gortat.
all the larvae indicates they are getting ready for something big.
Ceremorphosis, illithid larval transformation of a host humanoid into a mind flayer, typically occurs in less than a 10-day after infection, but the tadpoles laid by our captive elder brain are enhanced due to powerful netherese magic of the crown of Karsus. Our enhanced tadpoles induce in their hosts a sort of suspended ceremorphosis, a state in which the host becomes susceptible to telepathic influence and even coercion from the absolute, our elder brain. For our purposes, there are two key aspects to this influence. First, the conversion of the host into a mental lackey of the absolute occurs entirely without the host's awareness. Its servility feels comfortable and natural and is never consciously questioned. Second, the servile state persists even when the host is far beyond the usual range of the elder brain's sign of control. This phenomenon is spectacularly useful given our ambitions. Okay. Can I click on this?
No tadpoles in this brine pool.
Okay, guys, get closer.
Brine pool with no tadpoles.
So what's the successful perception?
A brine pool. Empty, thankfully.
Attaboy.
Optimistic to hope there were never any tadpoles here. Thought as much. That pond.
Who's Mizora?
Press its cock, it's about time you came.
That's so funny. What have we here? Hold on, I need to relish the moment.
Note, bow to your pretend crowd.
He's gonna smirk at her a little bit.
All done? Good. Now, enough sniffing around and get me out of this thing.
If I never had Will, I could have been surprised by this next time. Let's try it. Give me a 3. Nope. Unlucky. I've been getting a lot of inspiration points lately. Even worse. Unlucky. Okay, I'll leave that.
Think again. Clause Z, section 13, the Lemure clause. Could have sworn we covered this. You wouldn't want Will to get sucked into the hells, would you?
Alright, you win this round, lady.
Open the pod.
Your eyes turn to the control panel next to the pod. It has 2 devices marked with a little
Hello!
symbols. The controls are open to your tadpole's command.
To your authority. Examine the device on the right.
The button symbol means nothing to you.
Oh, it's a shame. Let's try this
The
one.
symbol's meaning comes into focus.
Ooh.
Annihilate.
My day is good. Feel well rested. Slept through the night completely. Feel kind of like restored from yesterday. Got to streaming at like a world record early time of like 9:30 this morning. And I kind of wonder, like, I feel like those morning hours when I'm like freshly caffeinated and playing it seem to be like the point where I'm like the most annoyed by things. But I did the whole Moonrise Tower and it went pretty well. And then here we are going through it. So things are good. It's a beautiful day out. Took like a long lunch and tried to figure some life stuff out. I was just talking this a minute ago. I'm not sure to anybody or not, but the person I'm renting from is someone I've known for a long time. He's kind of like leaning on me a little bit for deciding early about what I'm going to do come October, which didn't really go over well in our conversation, which sucks. I don't like having conversations like that where it's a little bit unpleasant. But otherwise, things are good. Nice day out. Chilling. Gonna make a bison blueberry sausage later. How's your day going? Connect your mind to the right device on the right and activate it. Had a girl. Get out of here now. You glorious woman. Your strange skin color.
Good work. I'd give you a gold star, but I'm fresh out.
You got something on your helmet there you could use. You're free. What happens next?
Me? I'm out of here. You? I don't play tarot. But don't you fret. If you survive this
That's
place,
great. The best kind of pancakes.
I'll find you. The pup will be needing me. Count on it.
The-
And ask Will how we met. I've loosened his tongue. It's real cracker of a tale. Ta-ta.
She uses ta-ta. That's my trademark phrase. The problem isn't that I have until October to decide. It's that I would have to leave in October, and if I wanted to leave. And since it gets kind of snowy here, he'd want to like wrap it up by mid-October or something like that. So I told him I had to the end of the month. Now, he wanted me to tell him by this weekend, which is like 5 days. Like, what the fuck difference does it make? So it's just a weird thing to kind of like text me about. It's one of those things where you like wish someone had just like held it in and not been sort of rude about it. But that's how life goes. But, you know, that woman, Mizma, what's her name? She's using my catchphrase, so that helps things a lot. How are your blueberry pancakes? What did you have with them? Or did you just have a big old stack? So what's this? Did you just open them all up?
Forms a telepathic connection with the device, and a chorus of static energy fills your mind. Every mind flayer in the room calls out hungrily from its pod, seeking release and sustenance. But there are others in the pods, those not yet infected, not yet elithid, terrified, desperate.
The looks on his face right now are just priceless. Zariel's in there. Fight some mind flayers to free my buddies? Hell yes.
The device is open to your tadpole's command, to your authority.
It is like, you kind of wonder if you haven't made a decision yet, and someone kind of like speaks to you in a certain way. You're like, well, I don't know if that just kind of like seals the decision on its own. But I don't really find, maybe my only child nature or what it is, but I don't really find I can like necessarily fully relax and like always feel like I can do my own thing if I'm living with someone. That's like a struggle for another day, I think. And it could work. I guess most of like the rural small town, whatever this is, living that I have here with like a big yard and like a whole house to myself, the benefits of that are slightly offset by it being wintertime, generally speaking. But it's still better than living in a city, I think. I don't really tend to like that. And that would be like a whole different apartment, I think. She has an apartment she just moved into in July for this place that she has a 1-year job in. So like I wouldn't even necessarily think that we'd have like our own, I wouldn't have an office, all those kind of things. So I don't know if that's necessarily the right thing yet. You had yours with butter and he had his with pancake and maple syrup? Why did neither of you have it with both butter and maple syrup, the ultimate combination? Alright, time to fight some mind flayers. Oh, Mole's in here. We gotta fight mind flayers? How many mind flayers? These guys are in full strength, which is nice. Okay, so. Mind Flayer 1. Mind Flayer 2. Mind Flayer 3. Mind Flayer 4. I'm the guy with the longest range. Can I hit this guy? I can. I reached my arm. I reached my arm into a tentacly wall and dislocated my shoulder. I'm trying to get yanked into the nether realm. It's very inconvenient. Okay, Stunning Strike, melee. I only have 4 key strikes left. Damn. I guess I was using 2 per turn. That's fair. Oh my god. What'd you do to me? Charmed. Can't attack Spellcaster. Spellcaster has advantage on charisma checks in dialogue. So I can't attack him. It says I can't attack your character. But I can't get this guy either. So Shadow Step. Attack this guy instead. I should have used the stun. Anyway, that's good enough. Yeah, Key Lime Pie is it. Okay, go get him. Look at her. Her like damage percentage is insane. 96%. Oh, you have to fight the brains too? Okay. It does feel crazy whenever I make pancakes and you pour maple syrup on it. Like, yeah, you lose a lot of the... Okay, right. You lose a lot of maple syrup to the plate. Like, you never get full absorption. But I'm pouring maple syrup onto pancakes. I'm like, I would never ingest this much maple syrup on its own. You know what I mean? Just would never. Okay, can I get a... What do we do here? Okay, beat up the brain. I can get the brain. That's good. Here comes little Brainy. Okay, time for a cheeky little lightning bolt. Pew. It's crazy having counterspell. Having counterspell completely changes the nature of the game to some degree, although it's really, really risky at taking away a lot of your points. All right, what do you guys got? Tentacle Whip? That's a fat crit, 29. There you go. Go get him. Who's this guy? Menip Shorga? Hit him. Oh my god, Zerial, you monster. That spell is very strong. Oh, more coming? Okay, that's fine. Am I still charmed? No. You just fight whatever one's in front of you. Okay, nice. Doing some damage. Oh, I lost Frenzy. How's that possible? I just got hit. Oh, because the stun? Weird. I know I did damage last turn. Zerial, you are a fucking monster. Yeah, take out the brain boys. There's everyone in the game attacked multiple times at this point. Okay, where am I? Okay, Gale's at 6. Everyone else is mostly fine. Doesn't feel good using her level. It almost feels better just to use that there. 4 to 7. It's a bigger heal. That is does not often necessarily connect on that guy. I think there's one more coming. That's fine. Not the biggest deal. Oh, stay away from Gale. I think you're gonna kill him here. Okay. Wow, look at that. What a crazy spell. 3 of us are stunned. It must be an int save. Extract Brain on Karlach? Did you just one-shot her? These guys are not to be fucked with. Okay, so do they only do that when they're stunned? This thing's dashing on me. Holy shit, man. Okay, Zerial. Oh my god, that a boy? Okay, so if I do a fireball, I'm gonna hit my teammates, I think. Wait, hold on. Mind Flayer, Mind Flayer, Mind Flayer, Shadowheart. So I should be able to do a 3-for-1 special here. And I don't seem to be able to hit my team. I don't seem to be able to hit my allies, so this is just the move. Unless they counterspell me. Damn, alright. Great. I'm gonna shove this guy just for good measure, for attitude's sake. No? Okay. Hit him. Okay. Okay, these guys can still like one-shot my whole party. So as long as there's still 3 alive, things are very frightening here. How many of my guys are down now? 2. This battle is crazy. They just completely turn things around. I now have 3 down and Karlach up. And they're attacking Karlach. Wow, I gotta rely on these guys a lot here. Okay, you're healing my dudes, which I appreciate more than anything. Mind Flayers do not fuck around, man. They charm whoever they attack? Jesus. Okay, we need a fat AoE heal on everybody right now. I'm really glad Kevlar got up who he did. Really, really good. I love that spell. Okay, let's back up a little bit. I should actually get in people's face. Okay, so can I get any 2-for-1s here? I might be able to get a 2-for-1 with lightning, but seems like not. I'm gonna back up. Oh, it's a scary mind flay coming out. Okay. Zap him again. Shock and grasp. Oh my god, that spell's crazy. 3-for-1. What are you throwing? Please don't kill her again. Damn, yeah, they're not fucking around. That's a fat heal too. Oh. Is that a resist? Is that why it's lagging? No, 67 and then heals him for 27. That is a crazy spell. So we instantly go from like in big trouble. Okay, I think I'm able to kill this guy. No, I can't. I gotta heal. I think I still run away despite this thing attacking me. Yeah. Wow, you just can't group up for Mind Blast. I gotta hope my teammates... Okay, they do a lot of damage. Okay, so what do I got left? Second Lightning Bolt. My best choice here. Okay. It's one down. I wonder if I had this. I don't know if I did. Okay, let's get a little closer. Wow, Mind Blast is like you really have to think about. You can attack him if you want, but you're gonna murder her here fully. 112. It didn't kill her though. This is crazy. What a weird ability that you can pull it out of someone with 0 HP and heal 20 off it. Okay. So we gotta rush this out really quick. Oh, okay, good. I forgot about the charm. Triple shot. Okay, good. 2 down. So there's one more Mind Flayer. She dead? Karlach is not dead. Good. Okay, that one's dead. So this is like a 6-on-1, so it should probably be fine. That's a lot of damage. Magic Missiles synergizes really well with lightning charges. Okay, what happened there? So I got one death, not too surprising. Okay, I think we can wrap this up here. I'd rather just get her up. I can still key strike this guy. Hello. You guys ready to fight some mind flayers? Go get them. Alright, my teammates, these random people like Zevlor, I called him Zerial, that's not right. Hello, how you doing? Thanks for the squad, that's very nice of you.
Thank you.
Are you ending your stream?
Owe you an explanation. Much more than
Those mind flayers are no joke. You have to watch out for them.
please. The others.
How'd you go?
Tell me they
Hey,
survived.
were you playing Baldur's Gate 3? The others, the ambush, tell me they survived. The others, the ambush, tell me they survived. There's a lot of dead people in that like disgusting butcher cave under this place. How do you... I don't even know what happened here. That's nice. If you stream that long, what do you do for like lunch? What do you do for like eating breaks, etc.? Do you kind of just like power through and just make sure that you have like a long, uninterrupted period, or do you like kind of just like eat on stream or take a quick break, or what do you do? I normally do like 2, 3 to 4 hour ones with a break because otherwise I'd be like, I don't know. I guess not focused. They found refuge. What the hell's happened out there, Olevlor?
You've heard some of it, I'm sure. That
Oh.
I froze, or broke, or some other lie that is kinder than the truth. We were ambushed by cultists.
Right, yeah.
And then I heard
Oh my god, I would die of hunger. Yeah, I think everyone's guilty of it sometimes.
the same promises in my mind. I would be a paladin again, with a god's purpose, a god's power.
His paladin skills really helped me this time.
To protect my people.
He like rezzed 3 of my guys in that fight. Those guys are crazy. You have to...
They fought and ran and died around me, while I imagined myself their savior.
Yeah.
By the
This guy has a
time I
big
regained my
downfall.
senses, it was too late. I did not just surrender to the absolute. For a moment, I
Welcome.
welcomed it.
This guy's having his low moment. Those mind flayers are crazy. That cone attack that stuns everyone seems to lead into the extract brain. I think they can only extract your brain if you're downed or stunned. So you have to position yourself, even though they can levitate, so that you don't get hit by the cone, which can just wreck everything. They stunned like 3 people at once there. That was crazy. I did not just surrender to the absolute for a moment, I welcomed it. If you wanted power, you never needed a god, only to live up to your
I
ideal.
fell short of that mark in Avernus, and even so, it was not so bad as this. I won't make excuses. I can't make amends. But
Yeah.
I know something of what you came to do. I want to help, if you'll let me. Ketherick is below. He thinks you're no longer...
He thinks I'm no longer a menace? I'm fighting everyone in this entire place.
How wrong he is.
The halfling or gnome barbarian is a great call.
Find them and lead them out of this place.
I feel like, so I have Dragonborn Monk, Karlach, Gale, and Shadowheart. I feel like, honestly, Kale... Kale. I feel like Karlach has probably done 2/3 of the damage of the entire game, like, on her own. Like, she's just an absolute monster. I feel like barbarians are like... I'm kind of interested in respecking to see if I can try the Wild Heart Barbarian for a little while, just to see what it's like. I'm not against that. But she's just so effective. Her rolls hit so much higher. The monk gets a lot of attacks and he's crazy mobile, but I feel like the monk's hit rate is like 60% typically, whereas hers is like 80 to 90. That makes a huge difference in terms of just like her overall, like how much she carries. Fine. Good luck, Zevlor.
And you, my friend, and pathetic, inadequate as it is.
So you can get him in your party, huh? Tiefling Paladin? A lot of people... It's just funny, like this 3-foot tall gnome intimidating gigantic things, yeah. A lot of people do say that about monks being like the Monks being a huge weak point of D&D, I don't know, 5e or whatever it is, or maybe just all of them. Oh, Karlach's dead. Oops. But a lot of people say they've really fallen in love with it here, and that it's quite fun in this game. I do like the monk. I do think that they're kind of underserved by gear. There's not a whole lot that's like specifically monk gear compared to like rogues or the light armor classes. And the Dragonborn isn't really doing anything for me besides it looking cool. I would have like done a half orc if I knew then what I know now, just for like more muscle. The half orc is really, really good. Wait a minute, she's leveled up and they haven't. That's interesting. So you have to wait, lady. I'm sorry, but that's just the way that has to be. The Gnome Barbarian sounds fun though. My friend, I don't know how much he's actually played the game, but he bought it at the same time I did. And he's like got a half orc kind of granny bard as his main character, which I think is so funny. Like Granny just keeping the force together, I think is great.
Oh, stench. I'm beginning to think I should have stayed in that pod. In there it only smelled like me.
This is a funny
Is
orc.
there any news about Duke Ravengard? Did he get out alive? No.
I don't even know who Duke Ravengard is.
By your expression.
I know I've heard about him a lot, but I didn't see him there.
Gonna have to fall on my sword, aren't I?
I forgot about that journal entry. They messed up the coding. If you notice, Dragonborn doesn't actually have any racial things. So, do you mean that the things that are stated here, like I know that I'm almost certain the fire resistance I get from being a gold Dragonborn does apply, and I do with the fire breath. So, is there something else you're talking about that I don't know about? What happened to this guy? So I did not find this guy anywhere. Shit. Alright, well. Yeah, I think there's 12 different colors or whatever there is. And so there's 2 different colors each of each kind of elemental resistance. But it sucks. Like, the main reason it sucks is this. This damage doesn't scale. 2d6 for the whole game, apparently. So this is good for like the first 3 levels. That's really trash though. I had forgotten all about the Duke Ravengard. He's never really like been like a thing for me. There's Zevlor there. But I do think like having something, it's not bad early game to give you like a surefire hit because it almost always hits. Otherwise, yeah, I think it's overrated. But it looks cool, and my guy's funny. He's got kind of like a cheerful look to him, and he's always kind of like smirking and reacting. So I'm down with that. One of like the biggest Baldur's Gate 3 videos I saw on YouTube with the most views was a guy playing 4 halfling barbarians. Probably showed up. Anyone who's got Baldur's Gate like in their like previous lists probably has it show up there. That's really funny. Really funny. Okay, so is this everything covered now? What's this? Ketheric Thorm is over there. Okay, so we'll use the... Where's the heal? The heal's over here, right? No, wrong way. Over here. My bad. Because you can throw each other infinitely. Classic Lord of the Rings dwarf tossing joke. Insert here. Alright, so that was not bad. And I was really annoyed here because you can't rest here the same way you can't rest in the Moonrise Tower. So you do all those fights in the Moonrise Tower and then you directly get inserted into the fight against Ketheric on the top as soon as you go up the stairs. And so there was no restoration or anything, and you can't save and short rest unless you completely leave the entire tower. And I was like, I'm in a fight with an my teammate in this fight is an Archangel, Dame Aelin. Can you give me like a little boost here? I'm trying to live my life. I was very surprised by that. I talked about it for probably 5 minutes straight. Alright, here we go. Let's see what we got. Man, I was really mad. I had to leave the Moonrise base completely. Is my tadpole squirming? You can feel it in your brain. Ooh, it feels horrible.
Excited by something down here.
We finally get some music for once. Pretty subtle music. The flesh rot door. It was a marathon. I'm a little worried about this thing. That orc reminded me that I haven't ever thought of this guy ever, and they're saying this is like the big thing. But I don't know who this dude is at all. I just helped a goblin prisoner escape the druid. I didn't help that goblin. I liked her though. She had heart, you know? That goblin had heart. She was fearless.
Under a background murmur, the presence in your mind builds to a roar.
We found it. The Absolute is behind this door.
The Druid Grove is a weird place. Like, do I like those people or don't I? It's kind of complicated. If you had a scene involving a certain Viper, you would probably dislike them a lot too. Alright, here we go. I wonder if this is like Act 2 climax stuff. Oh, this famous scene.
You said it was under control.
It isn't you I answer to, God.
This is big spoilers, bud. Watch out.
Motherfucker! Gortash!
Oh, the general voice. Is this where we salute?
Salute, yes, with cleavers through his blood-starved flesh. How it crawls with failure, like flies on lick-wet carrion.
You forget yourself, Orin. I've played my part.
You've built an army for our masters, true enough. But what of the astral prison? A rogue true soul flaunting it under your nose all this time, and you ran from him.
Sure that they would follow and deliver it.
So he's the weak point, huh?
If you would cease these distractions.
The distractions have been yours, Ketherick. Perhaps we never should have dug your daughter up.
So Isabel is resurrected, is she?
So you haven't lost your edge. But you're still not as sharp as Orin, I wager.
Well, Orin's the one who's going to betray them both in that note.
Be fun to see.
His crypt breath sings to my sinews again, again, again. But he must lead the murder march to Baldur's grave.
If the weapon is truly in your grasp, Ketherick, might I suggest closing your fist?
Gortash's face looks a bit weird.
I can wait for you no longer. The plan proceeds. We're going to the city, and we expect you to follow. Army and the weapon in tow.
The Edict of Bane.
The lash of Thor!
This is Power Rangers. Velociraptor! Tiger! This is sick. Tyrannosaurus! Orin is very creepy. He's ready. So is Orin gonna kill them? Look at the two cerebellums.
One of the cruelest and most powerful creatures in existence. Enslaved by mere mortals.
Look at that crown. It radiates with power unlike anything I've ever seen. To have it.
So is this what it does, huh?
Oh, if only I could. But I can't. This is it.
All right, here we go.
I must do as Mr.
Kamikaze moment. He's not gonna do it. You can't do this. You can't condemn us to death. Blow yourself up? No way. I mean, this is not gonna like end the game or anything. That'd be stupid. We stand no chance against such forces? No, I would never say that.
What choice do I have? More than just a goddess counseled my courage. Whole worlds hang in the balance.
Oh, really? You're a companion character. Do you understand? You're not the leader. Look at your hat. I'm the leader. Look how cool I look. I'm wearing a staff that I've had since level 2. Yeah. Trust me, Gale. We'll find another way.
I do trust you. More than myself right now. Perhaps even more than Mistra.
Yeah, you love me. I'm your best friend.
I have no desire to end your life. You know that. To end it. To struggle on. It is a grave choice you're making for us both. But if it must be so, very well. I'll stand down to stand by you.
Nice poetry there. Let's go, fellas.
There we are. It wouldn't do to fight in front of our guests. Behold.
Oh, there he is. Okay.
The Absolute.
Helm preserve us.
You wag your word flap in vain,
Yeah.
Orderling. Once the worm holds the whip, your shredded flesh.
Oh no, that's horrifying. Oh, just move your eye. Just close your eye, bud. Just close your eyes, bro.
Now, it's really
See his robe reanimate there real quick? That's medium graphics right there.
and begin the march. You may catch up with the army once you've retrieved the weapon. And Ketherick, do try not to sulk. You're supposed to be the fearsome general come to conquer the city.
Yeah, why are they making him such like a weakling?
Save it.
Oh, I see what's going on here.
It is time, faithful ones. March on Baldur's Gate. We go to prepare the way.
It's a big moment. Give me that level up. We're so close, oh my god. 184 away. Rip. That's Aelin. That was a sweet cutscene, so let's get a save in now. I'm not going to do the level up on Karlach because I'm stubborn. And I like...
If everyone else minds their business, I'll be fine.
This costs 2 key points, I'm not going to use it. But I can use Cloak of Shadows. Okay, why is this so well lit? That's crazy. This can't be all so lit. Stop it. There we go.
Light on my feet.
Shh, don't tell anybody. Okay, I'm gonna go over here, then I'm gonna start. Well, stay here. And then click shadows into turn-based mode. Okay, let's take a little look around here. See if I can free her right from the jump. Is that a gigantic lever? No. Where's the Elder Brain? Okay, what's going on here? These are books. Amulet of the Absolute. Examine. No, I've seen those before. Never mind. Okay. Who's up here? Wait a minute. Hold on. Necromite, 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 Necromite. Is there anything else up there? Okay. This is awkward. Oh no. Fuck, I fucked it up. I want to see if I can maybe do some sort of ambush to free Aelin right from the jump. But something happened there. I think maybe because dashing? I think dashing might have ruined my visibility. I'm gonna follow this ticket person. Kind of them. Alright, let's get back into this. There's 2 different people who've done raids during Baldur's Gate 3, which is something that never actually happened with any other game. So I think I'm gonna try to start to put the favor back. It'll give me a new thing to try. I usually I have more people when it ends than when it begins, so. Okay, how far does the shadow reach? All the way up here? Okay. Just don't stand up this time. Oh shit. Oh god. Everything's fine. Look at shadows. Turn-based. Hold on. So is it the dash that's gonna do it? This does it. The fucking climbing this thing does it. Alright, so I should be still fine here. I don't see anything up here. Who's that over here? Okay, that's my teammates. Okay. I know them. So what can I do to get her out of here? Let's find out. Shh, don't tell anybody. Shut up, don't tell anyone. Shut up, just shut up. No, don't do that. Okay, and turn. How can I get into this little bit of shadow? There should be some right here. I think it's focusing on the wrong spot. I'm getting baited. Yeah, whenever it says no shadow, it also says chasm. Okay, there's some back here. This looks pretty dark. Give me a break here. Okay, just clamber back down like a sucker. Ketherick hasn't got a whole lot of life back. I don't trust that. Is he going to transform? He seems like the type to transform. Okay, so I can end turn-based mode and just walk this way. Okay, this way we go. Do I still have the dislocated shoulder? This is bullshit. I'm gonna have this whole fucking game. Stupid tentacle. Okay, see if we can sneak over here. Wait, hold on. Oh yeah, the problem is... Forgot about that. Problem is it runs out of time. Where can I get some more shade? Right here. Turn around, Ketherick. We're just kidding. Go. Hold on. This shit here should be not gonna work. Why is it not working? And this is brutal. Okay, whatever.
As predicted. What is it, I wonder, that draws one toward death like a moth to light?
I mean, what are you supposed to do? Not follow you? That's the only way the game goes.
Run away. Absconded with the prison.
And done what? I got a game to finish here.
Thing that could prevent me from fulfilling my destiny. But the lure of one's destiny is irresistible, isn't it? Perhaps you hope to learn your place in history before you are erased from it. A bright flash of clarity before the snuffing out.
Stop it. I'm here to snuff out this whole evil plot and you along with it.
Finer champions than you have tried and failed. But perhaps they lacked the fear that drives you. Your freedom hanging in the balance. Let us speak plainly. My Lord Merkel gave me the one thing I desired, the one thing no other god could grant me. My daughter's life returned. Her heart beating once more. For that, he asked that I serve as his chosen. Join Orin and Gortash to grow the cult of the Absolute, and then take control of it. He's never had a more devoted follower. I have fought great wars before.
His voice is so great. It's so like...
But for Merkel, I would condemn all of Faerun to death. You are all that stands between me and my destiny. And you have brought the prism here. I will kill you now. And then I will raise you as my servant.
You were planning on betraying your allies?
Yes.
Okay.
Join the army of the dead, true soul.
No further questions?
Witness Lord Merkel's glory.
All three of them are trying to betray each other. Classic bad guys. Okay, so we all in battle here? We can't get him. We can't get at him as long as the Night Song's caged. Roger that. So I just have to help her? Stop. Stop it. He's invulnerable. There's a Mind Flayer here. 4 Necromites to shoot shots at us. So the obvious thing... You can get up here. The obvious thing is to brave the fucking Mind Flayer gauntlet and get to her. Just through horrifying circumstances. Okay, Gale. $8d6 fire, 8d6 lightning. I think you just clear these out with a spell.
Good move.
Okay, there's our level up, which is nice. Be able to reap that afterwards. If I just killed a couple more fucking brains, this wouldn't be happening to me. Okay, so now we're gonna dash. I guess I could have frenzied there. I've got to duel this guy. Do I use my Misty Step immediately? That seems so wrong. I really wish I could figure out. I'm surprised by this, but I thought toggle light source. Wait, that didn't take that took my turn. Fuck. What I thought that meant was that I could see the lights. I just totally waste my turn. Alright, whatever. What a shame. Now we're grouped up for a Mind Flay. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's not good. I'm mostly worried about the Mind Flayer right now. This guy's very, very strong from melee range. I have Shadowheart to use Sanctuary on her. This is what I'm scared of. Here comes the Mind Blast. One stun, one save. Okay. So. I don't think I have the... I took Banish instead of the one that clears stun, which is, I guess, in this case, an unfortunate circumstance. So, my move here... Can I reach that guy with Sanctuary? No, I can't. Can I hold him up here with this? He can get down either way, so it's not strictly useful. Death Ward. I can't reach him with Death Ward. It's melee. What the fuck? Okay, so... I think I just cast Sanctuary on him. And that's it for the turn, I guess. There's no point in doing this, but there's no reason not to. Oh, 4 of them. Can you make it? I'm definitely not using Counterspell on this. That thing shows up. That thing shows up quickly. Reach from beyond. That's fine. Another one immediately. Wow. Instantly gets a turn. Okay. I think Mind Flayer is #1 worry. They're too scary. Can I knock it away? Oh my god, 32. Okay. That's fine. It's fine. Get you next turn. Okay, this is really scary. The Mind Flayer. So the question here is, what can I do to the Mind Flayer to stop her from one-shotting my teammate? None of my spells are terribly good at that. Blink only works myself. Do I have a concentration currently? I think if you flight, you don't necessarily need to have... Oops, I used my movement speed again. I always do this. I think if you have flight, you don't necessarily need to have Misty Step. Okay, his stun is gone, which is good. Which means they can't zap me too, right? Oh, he's coming down. Oh my god. Okay, you just keep using that. I don't care. Just stay up there. I don't care. Gale, maybe throw a fireball at these guys. What do you think? Okay, he's got Tentacle Whip. At least he's not zapping my brain. Okay. Kind of move closer. Oh, I don't get those back because it's not technically a long rest. Interesting. That's 2. Okay, shit. Whatever. I couldn't have done that anyway. So, healing word. What are you weak to, sir? Nothing? Okay, nice. No. I mean, maybe one of the later ones if it one-shots her, you know? Yeah, I think one more will miss. Yeah, see? 2 will miss, that's fine. Here comes one more. 2 more, actually. This is so rude. Okay, help her up. There you go. Can I get this guy? And what a turn. What a turn. There we go. No, I don't need this on him. I'm still gonna... I'm not sure what to do with him here.
Have to keep going.
Fine. Okay, so... I think I now throw a cheeky fireball over here. I can fly to here. Whee! Cheeky fireball. Kill all 4? Nice. Okay, so try to line of sight this guy, but we don't really think we can. 1 brain and then Ketherick. And then whatever other complications are coming. This is frightening. He's not really doing much up there, is he? But if I go up there with him, he's just going to one-shot my fucking team. Back in your cage? What did that do? How much health did she have? Okay, she's in the mix. Oh my god. Okay. Damn, she got owned again. It's hard for me to get... I don't see her there getting the heal. I'm gonna run over here and do Channel Divinity and hopefully I can heal them all. What has happened? That motherfucker. Didn't even see that. Is that a brain? Where'd you come from? Rascal? Okay. Okay, good heal, good heal, good heal. And then so, how many spells we got left? Lots. This is the boss. So, time to hit him with a heroic greatsword. Yeah. And let's get in the mix here. No, I don't care. 3 damage. She's good. She's good, bro. Don't worry. What's that? Okay, I'm not using counterspell. No, stop asking. Can I ban some spells forever? Okay, so we're in the mix. There's necromites everywhere. I'm not terribly concerned by that. Can I charge up here and fight him? No, but I can just go up here and fight him. Much to my own personal dismay. Does he have shield or anything? What's Holy Fire? Okay, so I'm going up there. Why don't I have this? Casting spells is blocked, alright. I always forgot about that. Okay, so you start with the awareness. Alright, leave me alone, you jerks. Alright, we're getting the mix. Needs a 22 to hit. I suspect she's going to miss that. I always miss. I don't know why I would use Lacerate on a 40% chance. It's a little stupid. Okay, he doesn't attack me, which is nice. So I'm going to back up a... No, I'm not. I'm going to get right in the mix here. Wait, hold on. I don't want to get pushed in the pit. Why does he have 48 health? That's what I want to know. There you go. 3-2-0. Take that, bud. Oh yeah, how do you like that? That's what I thought. Okay, these are all dead. So, can I reach my boy there? No, so we shall fly. And then... So, a level 1 magic missile to charge up 3 shots. Then I should have 4... Then I should have 5 charges... Oh. It consumed my last charge. It's weird. I don't know why that is. Oh, you get 2 lightning charges for hitting, damaging with the spell or cantrip, and then 3 from the thing. So it makes magic missiles constantly proc this. That's actually really crazy. Alright. Lots of little lobies down there. Shadow Hearts is gonna... Oh, please don't push me into the wild. Oh, he's so strong. Do you have 3 attacks? No? Okay, so I need to get... She's up. She's just... Okay, so time to get my boys going in here. Do I have a concentration currently? No, I don't. Because this one is not one. Okay, we now run over here, conveniently past these fellows. That's fine. Leave me alone. Everyone's largely fine. I can save this for a turn. I will not use Counterspell and Reach from Beyond. I will not use Counterspell and Reach from Beyond. I will not use Counterspell and Reach from Beyond. Whose turn is it? Sword? Lacerate. Where is he? Not enough movement? This sword sucks. Okay, fly. Yeah, fly here and hit him. What's the problem? You'd always lacerate. Is everyone fine here? Oh my god, what just happened? I don't think I can hit this guy. Okay, his second attack. His first attack seems to be the one with the best defense. Okay, who's taking this guy out? You're the hero, you do it. 9%, baby. So does he have something with a first attack? This is crazy. Does he have something with a first attack? Interesting. Wow, 9%. Oh, it's a disadvantage, right? Well, we've always had magic missiles. Hey, like that, idiot. 1 HP. Look at his helmet. Look at his armor. The top of it is like an open maw. That's so sick.
Merkel, Lord of Bones, I am here.
That is amazing armor.
Ready. I am yours.
Yeah, he was pretty easy too. Oh boy. Pretty easy. I pretty adroitly dodged that. Really? No way. I thought that was a bit easy. Whoa. Is this Gale's time? Okay, I'm gonna pee, run back. Alright, big boy. What do you got? So, what have we here? Level 11, Visage of the Dead God. 300 health. Hope I didn't use too many of my spells, smile. So he has the debuffs. So bludgeoning is his weakest. He has the debuffs from our boy. Consume the Faithful. What's Reaper's reward? I gotta read this whole thing. Consumed a Necromite soul and gain the ability to cast Finger of Death. Oh boy. So we have to kill the Necromites. Okay, so that's the main goal here. Oh, hello. Can I fly out of here again? Yes, that'd be nice. Okay, the main thing is I have to take out these Necromites. But he looks like he's going to get the ability to cast the spell at least once. I'm going to just nibble on a little potion here. Just a little sippy sip. Okay, how many Necromites are there? At least 2 or 3. Is he going to use the spell now? What's he gonna do? Reaper Scythe? Wow. What a crazy twist of affairs this is. I would like her to do a little more damage here. She shoved Merkul out of there, which I guess is a good thing. Okay, so here's the thing. I gotta use a bonus action to heal everybody. I just gotta run. Okay, where's the... There's 2 over here. Can I reach them? I don't think I can. Fuck. So, just to be clear, there's only 2 necromites. But I have to get to them. I didn't quite get to them. It's very sad. Alright. Looks like I have a turn. I should have maybe healed her a second time as well. It's not worth it. So where does where can the sword go? As far around here as you can. And then lacerate the big guy. Okay. Please hit my thing. No, never mind. Okay. Am I still enraged? Cool. Time to get into potions, etc. If I do that, I can't heal. Okay, trying to get back in the mix, but in a place that's further away from him. I think this might give me an opportunity attack I didn't notice. I'm worried about that. Bone Shield is an aura here? That's not good. Okay, so. If I do this, am I getting an opportunity attack? No. I have to take these things out. I'm still using the fucking mace. Oh, this game's so stupid. Can I change to my staff, please? That was I using this the whole time? Oh my god, I'm trolling. Have to do it next turn. Great. Oh yeah. Okay, down here. Oh. Oh no. Okay, good. What's this? Skeletal Involucor. What's the range on this bad boy? Let's back up a bit. Just begging for attacks. Can't believe I'm still using the torch. Okay. So I have to be smart here. How much damage? How much health they have? I have to keep killing those things. So someone has to be on the duty. I'm not sure he's the best one to do it, honestly. Can I fly like here? Bone chills all nearby creatures. That's crazy. So that was a super smart push by Aelin to get me out of range there. Very, very cool. Okay, using Fireball on these 2 things strikes me as a total waste. This thing should hit all 3 at least. I don't know. Doesn't feel good. I'm not sure what to do here. Okay, that was next to nothing. What else do you got? Okay, she's down. So these things are everywhere. It's not worth doing this heal right now. I gotta take these things out. Can't be added to inventory. What was it?
Have to keep going.
Oh, close. I gotta keep you healing up. She bone chilled? Fuck, okay, that was a waste. This thing can really help. Oh, I can't believe I wasted my heal on bone chill. Fuck. Okay, believe I'm gonna get attacked. So I guess Big Mama just keeps up at it. 35%. Very, very lucky here. Okay. Couldn't risk it.
Time to press ahead.
They have to be in range? Extra resistance against cold, necrotic, and poison. Can I get all three in a fireball here? I don't think so. Look, they're constantly going. That's a lot of different dudes. Interesting. I think you probably have to burst them down. Okay, that's good damage. Probably should change to blur soon. Doesn't really matter where I am. Oh, 11 and a fright. That's not the worst thing ever. Okay, the problem... That's good. Okay, so the problem with trying to burst him down is that he can heal from these things. Does she need to be picked back up, or what? Okay, hopefully this is not wasting too many of her spell points. So is there a better elixir? I think I have most of the ones. I think just Colossus, Bloodlust. This is just when you kill foes. Heroism. I think it's just Colossus. Rip. Okay, try to avoid other people. There's so many of these things. Miracle's Call. Okay, so we have to stop them now. He's taking that damage. At least some clarity there. Oh my god. Just 4? Not bad. Okay, not bad either. She does need to heal though. That means she has to back off to heal. So this thing's coming? What's this do? Daze. Okay, hit him with the bonks. Good bonk, good bonk. Okay, does he get up or what? Very, very, very complicated. Damn. Okay. He's going for it. He's dashing. Can't get through. Okay, these don't have the Miracle's Call, do they? They do. Shit. Shit. Okay. Okay, so now I'm low enough. I need to disengage.
Where do I go from here?
This is complicated. I think you keep tagging him. I don't know. Where's the way down here? Are these guys gonna jump or what? Try to block him off a little bit, be a jerk. Damn. Alright, what's next? Okay, who's down? Karlach's dead. He pushed away my guardian, that's very rude. She's still down. Is Karlach bone chilled? Yes. Very unfortunate. They're both bone chilled. That's crazy. What does one do in that said circumstance? Should use protect against death, maybe. He's running out of spells. This guy's gonna make it to her. It's a reaction. Did he heal? But he's got this crazy spell coming. Hopefully I can... Oh, this is good. Oh, it didn't work out, but that's still a nice idea. That's fine. Okay, so I don't know
May the gods take you first.
how I'm going to do adequate damage to this guy. Or how am I going to get my teammates off. Get my teammates off. Nice. Okay, key strike this thing. So I gotta get up there and push him off. That's so annoying. Okay, so these guys are stuck up here. I'm frightened. Okay, never mind. So frightened means what as well? Disadvantage on attack rolls, etc. So let's just drink a potion. Maybe change fly for blur. This is a one shot. 30, no? Okay. So is he going to keep spawning the things, or is he spawned the totality of them? I have to wait on this because I need the bone chill to work on him. I have no way of like pulling him or anything obnoxious like that. The Guardian of the Faith is useless. This makes sense. Okay, I don't know what to do here. This thing can't do anything. You can't even use Sacred Flame. Rude. Can you get down? Oh, there's one over there. Okay, cool. Okay, let's get an attack roll here. She's too heavy to shove off here. So that just means that if she gets killed up here, she's impossible to res. Am I missing something? You have to use Dimension Door, essentially, the spell, to move them. Maybe Shadowheart's... Look at 20% attack. Maybe Shadowheart is good enough to push her. Why is he so weak? Okay, I need to do an opportunity to... I need to block this guy. So what exactly do I do here? Okay. Keep sipping on pots. So we got him to half, roughly. Now he's just going to start eradicating people, because once it rains, it pours. And I haven't been able to res my people. You missed that, you weirdo, unless there's a lag thing going on here. It's nice. Okay, keep hitting on these things. Some more coming. I can't... So this is... Especially with a character like Aelin, who you cannot control, the fact that it seems essentially impossible to resurrect her is a wild scenario. Okay, so are you strong enough to push her off? How many interminable turns will this thing take? She's too heavy to shove too. So, like, what the fuck are you supposed to do here? We're all bone chilled now. I have to get down. So, I don't understand at all what you're supposed to do here. I can't lift her up because even the 1 point of healing you get from help can't work through bone chill. So they're just indefinitely dead if they die up there? It did a lot. Let me review. That did a lot of damage. Should have, like, just nipped him a little bit to get some damage on him. Have to heal my remaining teammates. This guy can't do anything because he got knocked back as well. This is super annoying. What the fuck? Hit him. Okay, good. Don't push me, please. He still has Mercurio's Call? Does he still have it? Okay, so... On 3... Oh, that's how it works. In 3 failures, you die. In 3 successes, you're successful. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so... I guess we gotta get in the mix with these weak-ass characters. So it looks like there's been 2... Which of these do I use? Slight advantage. Still totally useless. I'm literally relying on fucking magic missile at this point. Can I push her off? We'll find out next turn. Tune in next time.
Fools these mortals be.
I mean, just keep doing what you're doing. You got 1 more of these. Okay. So next spell, I should get a fat charge on the lightning bolt. Okay, I think I'm doomed here. I'm just kind of wasting time, honestly. Here comes the big Reaper. 36 damage. Going up there is like death, man. Oh my god, what do I do? All in? Should have healed first. This is crazy. That's a lot of dudes. Well, I got a fireball. Okay, I'm at 2 HP. Karlach is completely dead. Okay, for what reason do I not? For what reason do I not have my attack rolls? Was I charmed? I was frightened. Okay. Cool. I can't go that way. I'm gonna die.
Don't waste a step.
I gotta go all in and burst this thing. $14 damage is not. It does literally less than magic missile. Despite him not having any resistance to that, it did 14 damage. Succeeded in a saving throw. That's fair, whatever. The magic missile is literally more useful than that. That's crazy, man. Alright. End turn. But think of all the magic missiles I could use with a level 4 spell. What has happened here? She's still up? Shield blow. What's that do? You're good. Okay, all in mode. Just barely at range. Okay, so my thing's gone. 16% attack. Why? Because I'm frightened. Okay, so I'm bone chilled. I think I just disengage here. Can't. 'Cause I'm immobile. And heal. I can do a 16% attack. Can't reach him with Bless. This is quite a fight. I think Gale can actually maybe magic missile this guy to death. We'll have to see. I really wish I'd done that instead of lightning bolt. That's crazy how stupid that was. Hit him. Here comes the Miracle's Call, which never ends. I feel like I'm pretty close to winning this. This is really not going to help. Okay, so we have the spiritual weapons. We have the Guardian. He's alive still, shockingly. Okay, they're gonna get 2 more attacks here, which is not good. Okay, so it's time to go all in. If I go around the back, I'm less likely to get struck.
Step forward.
Oh my god. Didn't even see that guy. Don't need. Doesn't matter if you're 2 HP if you can't heal anyway. It just did nothing. I totally fucked that up. I totally fucked that up. This game's so stupid. Alright. My last spell? I got one more after this. There you go. Here, she's dead. Yeah. Oh, that's not good. He's frightened, which is not good at all. It's for 2 turns. I can't believe I just cast Fire Breath on nothing. Okay, give him the bop. 6 damage, baby. Okay, so if Gale gets another turn, he can kill this thing. Oh my god. But he's frightened, so he's going to do minimum damage. So I'm so close to getting destroyed here. Oh, he's still alive. Oh my god. I can't believe I cast Fire Breath on nothing. That actually, that damage is really meaningful. That's fine. Okay, it really, literally all comes down to this. Eight. 7. Okay, 2 out of 4, not bad.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
I'm not sure this makes a difference. Oh, I'm not Bone Shield back here. Interesting. Okay, so he has no skills left. I was wrong on my calculations. So we're reliant on Ray of Frost at this point, with a 25% chance, and the Guardian of Faith. Ooh, that's not good. So let's heal again. What a crazy fucking fight. Okay, 32. Don't I have a potion that don't I have a potion that restores spell slots? Okay, is this thing gonna beat it? Oh my god! One shot, baby, not even close. If I used Magic Missile instead of Lightning Bolt that one time, it would have been even easier. That.
Impossible. Death cannot take me. I am its master. My lord, hear me.
The Guardian of Faith. Coming in classic.
Nothing. I am forsaken.
Not even close, baby.
The chosen of Merkel is dead. Permanently this time.
Not even close. Okay, so.
Ketheric's Netherstone. It's in his armor. Take it.
Okay. One shot, baby. Does she have a spell for Karlach?
I'm ready. Whatever it takes.
No. Oh my god, I'm down to the... Look at this. 6 and 1 HP. Guardian of Faith with a fat 20. That thing doesn't miss. For whatever reason, that thing doesn't miss. Okay, I think I have to...
Let's get going.
Oh my god, I can't believe that worked. Oh my god, that battle... If I... You just use Gale. You try to kill as many of the Necro things as you can. You just use Magic Missile on Gale, because it's the only thing that does any damage at all with the lightning charges. And you just try to... I don't know. Even Karlach could barely hit this thing. Jesus, man. I feel sick. Can I have his armor? This guy's the best armor ever.
In death, the body is cooling. It own.
I'm good. It's a little upset today. It's not bad, but it's better. It's not perfect though. I get stressed out with conflict.
Together. The Absolute is neither god nor man. It is the Elder Brain you saw, held here by those three against its will. The crown it wears controls it, and these stones control the crown. It has been dominated.
Is it still dominated if we have one of them?
An Elder Brain. To subdue it. Our enemies are formidable.
Is he wearing the same outfit as before? Came here looking for a cure. I still haven't found one. The rest of these things I more or less understand.
Perhaps not a cure, but you've found the source of your infection and the reason for its abnormality.
Yeah, the prism is protecting us from the mind-controlled tadpole.
Its markings suggest it was forged in Netheril, an ancient empire whose mastery over magic rivaled that of the gods. The Crown's Netherese magic must be the true source of the parasite's abilities. This must be what elevates their potential, and it must be the
Can the rest of them see him?
Heal you. If the Crown can do this to the parasites, I dare not imagine what it is doing to the brain.
Netherese. These chosen are powerful indeed to have such magic in their command.
I understand both these things. So something I was thinking about earlier, but there's too much dialogue going on, is compared to Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, where you seem to be only the spawn of Baal, which I'm assuming these things are all in Dungeons & Dragons lore and not just made for the Baldur's Gate series. But it's much cooler to have all three of the brothers competing, the Chosen Brothers, being figured into Baldur's Gate 3, as opposed to just Baal was like, okay, well, here's one of the three, and so I guess we're his spawn. It just seemed a little bit, like, narrow. Do you know who our enemies are? Sure.
One of them I know. Lord Enver Gortash. An arms dealer and a slaver. A worshipper of Bane, the god of tyranny. The other is a mystery to me. But the way she spoke, it's most likely she followed Baal, the god of murder.
Look at her grimace.
Was a follower of Merkel. Which means the Absolute is a front for the gods of death. And our enemies are the chosen of the Dead Three.
What do we do now?
We prepare for the fight of our lives. And the lives of everyone in Faerun. The army of the Absolute is marching on Baldur's Gate. Within the city, an Elder Brain brimming with power. Ready to turn everyone within its reach into mind flayers. All it
TikTok
is an order. An order the Death Gods chosen are on the cusp of giving. We must wrest control of the brain from the chosen before that happens. We must take their stones. Our chances of success are slim, but we must not fail. If we fail, everything ends. I will be your shield, but you must be the sword.
See, the Dream Visitor gets a lot of lines of dialogue that don't happen. Like 1 in 5 lines with the Dream Visitor only don't get spoken in game. Really weird. That's essentially the only character where this happens. Oh yeah. Please give me that fucking amazing weapon. Oh yeah. I could not be more pleased here. The best looking armor I've ever seen. Ketheric's shield. Shadowheart's got hooked up. What's this? Two-handed warhammer? Or maybe a possibly one-handed one? Oh yeah. This is great. Crumpled note. Supply pack. That's cute. They give you a supply pack in case you don't have 17,000 camp supplies. Sato saying TikTok is more relevant to the app instead of the actual clock because most of them are digital. If they are analog, they don't have the ticking sound. Well. Papa, I love you. Love from Iz. I'm gonna take this. Give that to Isabel at some point. Okay, so she's encumbered, yeah. We didn't get a chance to talk to Aelin. Where'd you go? I also realized that there's like I saw like this YouTube short or whatever it is. I guess it was probably originally a TikTok. That was like a guy standing there being like pointing to the side of the camera, and then it's a list of like the #1 song or most played song, whatever, year per year for the past 10, 15 years or something like that. And I forgot that Kesha did have a song called TikTok, and I wonder if she ever tried to successfully sue the company for the exact same spelling. TikTok is a very good name for an app. It's really smart. It's like euphemistic. It like kind of shows what it means. All around really, really good. I mean, I guess some people still have like... Some people still have, what's it called? Like wristwatches with hands on them. Not many people, obviously most people have phones. But like, not many people have digital watches except for like the Apple Watches, which are kind of shit themselves. Okay, I don't feel like going up there for all that. So, yeah, true. It would be more likely be the record label. Okay, so, do I long rest here? I can't long rest here. So I think I might as well just use it as scroll on Karlach. Unless I have a potion that can give me a level 3 slot. Or if I just go to the surface, maybe it'll just happen. Like, what if I go all the way back and use the restoration thing? What'll happen? Can I even do that? Let's try to find out. It was interesting to see like a video, to see a TikTok that was like the #1 song, most played song, or like once per year for all these years. It's kind of like a sweet throwback.
The door pulses in recognition. The presence is weak now, a hollow vessel without a heart. It doesn't resist.
Okay, good. Appreciate that. Let's get back up there and see if I can use that recuperation thing and get Karlach back without having to pay for it. I'm looking. Oh, you stay down here, Chubby. We're coming. I should just equip the new armor and then send the other one to camp. I don't think this is gonna work. It's not gonna like magically resurrect Karlach from way over there. I don't think. Trying to find out. No, just restores them. Okay, so you're down here. Let's take your new armor. Oh, that's so sick. Oh my god. Doesn't look quite as good on her, but it's to be expected. She's still encumbered, yeah. Okay, so drop this as well. Okay, you're good?
This way.
Okay, this will get her spell point back, and then I can just resurrect Karlach. Now that's thinking. I've got a pocket full of cerebellums, so I'm feeling extra smart. Everybody, I need my point. Stay here. Oh yeah, there it is.
Give it a try.
No, don't click on it immediately. You're gonna lose one of these fatties down here. All right, now go. All right, that was pretty fun. I was like, that's one of those battles where you spend 20 turns or 10 turns trying to go through the motions, but you think you're gonna get doomed because he's just gonna blast your whole team. But we eventually got through it. But that's a crazy fight, because I could not get Karlach or Aelin to a place where I could heal them. You can't move them, and they're bone chilled. That's fucking crazy. It's just that Ketheric does not do very much damage outside of that one attack. So if you keep the Necromites generally off him, or whatever, just burst him down, it's actually not that bad. You really, the reaping slash, the AoE scythe, and the shot that he gets after getting the fucking sacrifice are good, but his range normal attack is actually very weak. Everybody, I'm just gonna stay dirty and gross here. God damn it. Stupid pockets. Okay, let's go check out what's going on over here. Thomas, why didn't you think just to drag and click all of the bombs that the level 10 devil had and drop it on him and then set them off? Why didn't you just exploit crazy parts of the game, you maniac? Silver glass, silver glass, silver knife. Yeah, obviously, just do that. The Grand Design. Dictated to describe Yanthus by Enver Gortash. The Grand Design is a Mind Flayer's species-wide ambition to return to the days of their conquering greatness through an act of sudden mass metamorphosis, giving the Elder Brain an overall command. And in giving the Elder Brain in overall command, it's a weird wording, an implacable army of illithid slave warriors who wish to defeat all their old enemies, human and humanoid, Githyanki and Ulthariad. What the fuck is that? Of course, this is delusional madness, megalomania on a cosmic scale, and I know just how to turn it to our purposes. We're going to help the Mind Flayers enact their grand design, but only in the way that suits us. Let me just make sure I write this down in this book. The Illithid shall have their crusade to enslave, but they'll be acting in turn as our slaves, and we shall determine the how, when, and where of their great Illithid outbreak. Yeah, I'm sure the guy who's the rich slaver has got this all figured out and couldn't possibly get it at his hands at all. I mean, this is the perfect game for what you're doing, because it's the spirit of D&D, where creative solutions are the best thing. I like fighting, and I really like the combat in this game. So, I would feel like I'd feel like I was missing out if I talked out of a combat with a bard. It's cool, but I'm missing out on I'm missing out on a different kind of cognitive challenge. To be precise, I, Gortash, will determine these things, as commanding the Grand Design is clearly a Banite task. This guy is so fucked. Taking your book, bud. Invitation to Lord Gortash. Lord Gortash, the Committee of Concerned Patriarchs would like to extend an invitation to a formal meeting at the High Hall to discuss plans short and long term for the Aklama Klombi held at Baldur's Gate. Tuesday, the 12th, noon, a luncheon will be served. May we pray with your attendance? Lord Heel Lilin, Committee Chair. I'm taking that. Anything else? Alright, we're getting out of here. Where's Aelin? Yeah, you want the good loot, that's the problem. But, you know, the bard doesn't need good loot. If he just gets, like, I don't know, like a charisma amulet or something, he's fine.
I've been thinking on all that you've done. If you've got your breath, we ought to discuss our next steps.
Where's Aelin? She is. Everyone's chatting. Who's talking here?
Without him, I wouldn't have lasted long.
The whole team is here. I guess this is like the end of Act 2 then, right? Alright. First Gale. Party member gets first chops.
I can't help but feel like I've been fumbling in the dark for too long. I've just had a lit torch thrust into my
Oh, like me in that last fight where I accidentally fought with a torch for like 4 fucking turns? Give him a chance.
The crown! The one the Elder Brain was wearing. Netherese magic. So pure, so complete, that I didn't even recognize it at first. Most Netherese artifacts contain only the faintest amount of former power. Ghost of an echo of
Yeah.
memory. That crown was different. I can't fathom how such a wonder survived. Surely everything of its ilk was destroyed along with Netherese
Slave
itself,
crown.
but no matter. It exists. I must learn more of it.
Back up a little. Why is this crown so important all of a sudden?
That crown sits on a gargantuan
Yeah, okay. So I get this. I understand what they're doing here.
us and everything we hold dear. Understanding its true nature.
Well, let us go to the ancient Netherreal Empire via time travel. Smile.
We need to learn more about what we saw. An artifact as powerful as that crown must have been documented somewhere. As luck would have it, We'll soon find ourselves near one of the finest book collections this side of Candlekeep. Sorcerer's Sundries. I need to go there and learn all I can.
Sounds like an excellent idea.
The only kind I have? Ha! Sorcerer's Sundries is no mere trading post. It's been serving the arcane community for centuries. Their collection of rare tomes is unparalleled. Nethery sects are hardly commonplace, but I'm certain they'll have one or two stashed away. You'll have to forgive my eagerness, but if my suspicions prove to hold water, this could be the answer to all our problems.
There are important matters to discuss.
You talk to Withers? Okay, what's the order of operations here? I'm gonna talk to Withers last. Fuck that guy.
Any word on Nathaniel? And the curse?
This guy's jacked. Last I saw you were bedbound. How'd you make it here?
A flaming fist? A novice, actually.
She likes you.
She dropped everything to make sure.
You got that handsome exotic look to you.
Duke Elton would be proud of what the Order has become. A pity they cannot spare the resources to help you with Thaniel.
You know he's like here, right?
Please, hurry. I don't know how much longer Thaniel can last.
Alright, pancakes. Ooh, those are nice. Nice golden brown color. Hold on, so the blueberries were a side dish and not part of the pancake? I like that. A lot more people have like a tradition of like pancakes without stuff in them than my family does. I also like making like a blueberry coulis, like a sauce where you break them down a little bit. Okay, where's Thaniel and Helson? Who's this? Flaming Fist, Thaniel, Helson, Ayla, Aelin. That's nice. It's real nice. Very, very pretty looking pancakes.
Aelin!
Are they lovers? No?
My love,
Yeah, okay.
you were dead. I saw your body.
I'm here. And so are you. And my father, he can't hurt us any longer.
I dreamt every night that you'd come back to me. That somehow it was all a nightmare Dawn would undo.
I had no dreams at all. Nothing but darkness. And when I woke, my father said you were dead.
His soul was poisoned by the god of death. His sick devotion ruined him. But for all his sins, he brought you back to me. Are you all right?
I will be. And you?
I like the spelling of her name.
In this moment,
It's creative, kind of dark.
for nothing.
Oh, the lift up. We're in public here. All right, that's fine. They're not doing like the deep, intense makeout. It's more of like the celebration. That's clear.
This is Aelin. Aelin, this
Yeah,
is...
we understand.
Oh, but we have met. This is the soldier that freed me most valiantly from the Shadowfell. They watched my boot crush the very brain of villainy, and fought well against your changed father.
You didn't do shit.
May he rest in peace at last, now that he's dead. I have more to thank you for than I knew. And we have much to discuss. Perhaps we could join you in your camp later.
Her eyes are such a cool color. You'd be most welcome. I know you're Ketherthorm's daughter because I read everything. That's what I have to. That's something they have to figure out in this game. What things to say by dialogue.
Of your camp's hearth, we will discuss all we must.
I'll be ready. Whatever you have to say had better be worth your life.
Oh shit! Look at that armor.
Now, you
What a
will lead
fucking
us.
beast.
We must take succor in one another's bodies.
Aelin. We'll see you later.
If you said that in real life, you would get absolutely publicly humiliated and shamed. Me and my lover must go. We must find succor in each other's bodies and warm woods. That's like that fucking Will Ferrell skit of them in the hot tub.
I swear, I can already feel a change in the air. Like the curse itself knows its time is short.
Isabel looks just so goddamn good in that robe. That Selûnite robe. What's going on here? I'm totally blanked out. I swear I can already feel a change in the air, like the curse itself knows its time is short. So when will the curse actually be lifted?
I can't say for certain, but we'll see it come to pass long before this place recedes behind us. Don't worry. All is at hand. We can depart whenever you're ready.
Okay. Daniel? Daniel?
You did it. Catherick Thorm is no more. The shadows grow.
This kid's design is so sick, man.
Soon, the land
The details, the seashell necklace. My work here is done, I think.
It is. But mine is just beginning again. Soon, this will be a place
I want to see the ending.
of light and greenery again. With birds' song, honoring your triumph.
An ending like
Nature moves at its own pace.
Secret of Mana
And
or
besides
Earthbound, where you
this
get to do a grand
mountain
tour of every place you've been to in the whole game.
Give it time.
Take another 30 hours to the ending.
It shall come to you when you need it most.
I don't think it's gonna happen. I think it's gonna be cinematic. Okay, do I care about any of these other people? Talk to him. No one else out there. Okay. So Jaheira and then Withers. Roger that.
Our enemies spread like rub rot.
Rub rot.
Treat one patch, and two more bloom in its place. An elder brain, bound by lost Netherese magic, with servants of the Dead Three holding the chain. Reminds me of old times.
So she's a druid, right? Is she a... Hold on, is she just a straight up druid? Does it say? She's a druid. So, if I wanted to, in a second playthrough, use a spore druid on my party, I don't necessarily have to use Halsin. I can use her. It's just that you get Halsin much earlier. If you want a paladin, you can get Zevlor too. Oh my god. Alright, what we're doing here. Hello? Hello? You've tangled with the Dead Three before.
Extensively. Mind flayers too. But I never dreamed of seeing gods and Illithids working in consort. It is most disturbing. But take courage. We have killed a man who could not die, and stripped the Absolute's army of its general. You have a nether stone, and you're on the scent of two more. These chosen have reason to fear you, and I would
Way
like to be
faster.
at
There's
your
way
side
less of
when
it.
you confront them.
I'll be glad to have you by my side.
Glad to be there.
Ooh, mama.
Falling foul of Ketheric convinced me that my grand adventures were behind.
It'll just make better endings if you have more people in the party. That's the thing about keeping Asterio and a will and everything, I guess.
You convinced me otherwise.
Most people said that Act 2 is the fastest, and 1 and 3 is debatable.
I'd say I'm feeling a little refreshed. When we reach Baldur's Gate,
50-ish hours for 1.
even darker paths to tread. I will follow you wherever they lead.
Now I'm going to have to factor in game slowdown as well. See you at camp.
How does it compare to a shadow cursed inn?
Alright, just stop looking at me like that, you psycho. Look at her.
Gone, the Risen Road should be clear. We can follow it all the way to Baldur's Gate. There's a Harper's safe house in Worm's Crossing. Denthelan's Dancing Axe. We do well to check in with them before entering the city proper. Beyond that, our course is yours to set. I can recall how to take orders, as well as give them.
That's crazy. That's a lot of people. So would you say Jaheira, Minsk, Halsin, Zevlor are considered origin characters, or would you only consider the ones who are actually ones you can choose in character creation? Those seem to be the ones who are strictly origin characters, right? Okay, so Wither's last. Alfira. Mattis, Mole. I gotta talk to these guys. Yeah. I'm a Mole.
You're here. Good. That's good.
Look at these 2 bitch-ass options.
Me? Oh, I'm fine. I'm just worried about the kids.
I thought Mole was one of the ones we got out of the Mind Flayer thing. I kind of missed that detail.
They haven't taken it too well. I've been trying to cheer them up. We're writing a song together.
Is my arm still... Is my shoulder dislocated the whole game?
Humoring me.
Yeah, the Dark Arch is definitely an origin character by all like the nomenclature they used in terms of introducing it. Look at these bitch ass. Look at this. This is a bitch ass option.
Maybe.
This is those options. All 3 of those options suck.
I'd love to put on a show just for them.
Oh, I remember her. I forgot who she was.
It's boring if I'm the only one playing. I need another bard. Maybe I'll find one in the city. Until then, the kids and I shall work on our masterpiece.
I hope that there's an option in this game where you can spend the entire game working on the perfect chord, and then you own the boss with a single strumming of the perfect chord, and that's how you win. Okay, how are the kids doing? Who was that sleeping, by the way?
Miss Alfira wants to write us a song about you fighting Ketheric. But I miss Mole.
Do these kids look better? Do tieflings look better or worse without hair? I think they look much better with hair.
Why, yes. Once Alfira's done with this song, we will be looking for patrons.
Oh, so these kids are pissed. They're too smart for her. Actually, no, she's alright.
Alfira's writing us a song.
Yeah.
A stupid song won't bring Mole back.
Yeah, she's all good.
Tell her, won't you?
You just leave her alone. She's just, you know, she's an airhead. She's the kind of person who thinks, like, if we could only get everyone to sing it, if only we could get everyone to listen to a song, then there'd be no war in the world. That's just who she is. You're gonna have to let her roll with that. Alright, Withers, what do you got?
The shadows yet fester.
Freebird is good. Or the original Top Gun solo.
Under cover of darkness, the balance shifts. There are depths to this alliance yet unplumbed.
Perfect.
Consider
He just starts to evaporate, and then the brain just disintegrates because it blew up. Okay, well, I was missing that. I was too busy thinking about Top Gun. There are depths to this alliance yet unplumbed. Consider, mortal. Do illithids possess souls? So maybe he's opening up the option here to pair with the illithids against the chosen. I admit I haven't thought about it. I'm not sure. Don't all living things?
Nor canst thou count my
The three amass an illithid army void of apostolic souls that could imbue them with power. A flock without souls, yet to what end, mortal? This is the question thou must come to answer. Until such time, be availed of my services.
They do a really, really good job of making sure the protagonist has like a wide range of emotions and expressions on its face during conversation. It's not just like it's not like Dax Shepard or whatever, just standing there looking grim-faced. It's like, yes, of course, yes, yeah, They do a really good job with that. Speak plainly. Isn't there more you can tell me?
No.
This fucking guy. Are you in this round, Withers?
Yes, Bane, Lord of Darkness.
He's just jealous that I'm getting... He's just jealous of me and Karlach. I know he's still mad about that.
Once judged, ascended, then vanquished, as one, and as three. The alliance is reforged, mortal. The plains thus quake, and the gods shudder.
I'm surprised to see you. Why are you here?
Where matters of balance are concerned, I am eternal.
This guy's like having like a... This guy's like having a English butler who's indentured for life on some devilish contract. He's here and he's useful, but he's not really happy about it. All right. So is that everybody? We're good? How are you two doing?
Be gone. I must admire Isabel's...
I didn't even click on you. I just got nearby. You don't have to be such a psycho about it.
Sorry.
Okay, yeah. She's horny. She's the big girl. There's a lot of testosterone coursing through that angelic frame. I don't know who this guy is.
You'd make a fine fist.
You'd make a fine like actor who would get killed in the first act of a movie. All right. So, is this spooky thing still here? And am I going to respec to Wild Heart Barbarian for funsies going into Act 3? Hello. I have a teddy bear. No, I don't have a teddy bear. I have a monkey and a llama up there. The monkey's got his arm around the llama. Oh, I also have... Hold on. I also have an owl bear teddy bear. There it is. A stuffed owl bear. Can I give this to the other thing? I can't... I don't have a picture to show you right now, but I got a monkey and a llama up there. And they each have a dried rose in their hands, and the monkey's got a blue jay feather. They're looking great. So I want to check out to see if this new weapon is any good. Kether's Warhammer, 6 to 18. Halberd of Vengeance, 7 to 19. Okay, this is definitely, I guess, better. Unless this goes up. You use it two-handed. 6 to 18. No extra benefit. This is just unequivocally better. This is a crazy weapon. But I do have this badass piece. Yeah. Yeah, an hour 30 is like what I hear is like just along the point where if you go much past that, you get a little bit too much you're a little bit too worn out. So like you get sort of like a spike in cortisol if you work out past like 90 to 100 minutes or whatever, where it kind of offsets the kind of like surge of hormones you get from actually working out. The last 2 weeks of my program were much longer, and the pull and push days were taking like an hour 40, and it was like not good, like for sure not good. 2-mile run in the morning, I love it. I love it. I'll probably start again next Monday. When you poison a foe, heal yourself for 1d4 hit points. Interesting. Okay. So now All right, we're good. So, hold on. Is the spooky thing still here?
The sound of flesh echoes from further
Okay,
away.
good. Do I still have a dislocated shoulder?
Beyond your reach.
I don't want to. It's not still dislocated, is it? So how long am I going to have this thing? Actually, I don't know if I've had a long rest yet. Oh my god, if I have this the rest of the game, I'm going to lose my fucking mind. They won't do that. Yeah. I know what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. Pork loin, carrot. I hear what you're saying. I'm picking up what you're passing. Okay, so we're done. Chickadee fucking sitting on the window tapping it. Leave me alone.
We leave the heart of the Absolute alive, thanks to you. You did well to defeat Ketheric, but Ketheric was
boobies always look. The boobies are the best pump on the specific day.
They will not be so easily won. You will need allies.
I have plenty of allies, I think. I don't need allies. I have you. Smile.
I may be the one who protects you.
Yeah, chess day is the best aesthetic day.
Who must champion the cause. You have the makings of a leader. Your actions have already inspired those around you. Jaheira's wisdom will be an asset to you on the journey ahead. Her harpers, too. Halsin's strength and loyalty will bolster you in times of need. But if we are to succeed, we will need others.
The other guy's just standing there awkwardly. I will seek more allies in the city. I will build an army to rival that of the Absolute.
Baldur's Gate may not know it yet. Its fate is bound to ours. Seek on its streets those whose purpose aligns with our own, and invite them to our cause.
I already got like 8 people in my camp.
We will put an end to the Absolute, the Chosen, all.
Okay. Leave him be. Come on. Leave him be. Oh, come on. Okay, did I miss anything? Hidden treasure. Alright, it's a pretty clear fucking map. Alright. I played Skyrim, and the Shadow Horse was my best friend. And one time, just like late into the night, stoned and half awake, I got knocked off my horse by some sort of giant dragon-like creature or giant or something like that. And I never found him again. I was inconsolable. I still have the save file somewhere on an old computer. So if I have to get him back by console commands, I'll do it, and I'll weep. I'll weep the day that I see that horse again. I had a perfect save file in that game, like totally completed King of the World. Except Shadowborn was gone.
The road to Baldur's Gate is up ahead. No turning back.
I don't want to think about it. I'm getting teary. Okay, I feel pretty content with how done everything is. Yeah, maybe the owlbear and Scratch started playing a little bit too hard. You know? And then the owlbear broke its neck.
Soon be forgotten, thanks to us.
And then the owlbear buried it in shame in the night, so that no one could find out what happened. I guess I'm going this way anyway. I don't know what I'm missing. I think I'm having a camp party, aren't I? Where's my camp party with like Isabel and everything? I guess it happens once I press the button. There they are. Do they stay here with us? If I'm missing anything, let me know. She's like, don't touch my woman. My nipples are erect.
I can't believe Aelin is here. And my father. I heard what happened. What he'd become.
I think you knew already.
By killing him. You set him free. You set Aelin free. And me.
I feel like there's a great deal you haven't told me.
Not on purpose. Or not with the intent to deceive. I've been trying to make sense of...
She is short.
Ketheric Thorm was my father.
She has such a cool look, man. Classic like protagonist color scheme, so that she looks different than the average person.
Everything to me, all my life.
Silver hair, silver eyes.
An emissary of Selûne came to our little town. We were elated. Dame Aelin, daughter of the Moon Maiden herself. Tell me, do you believe in love at first sight?
Isabel and Aelin? Certainly, there's magic in a look.
That's exactly it. And I tell you, I took one look at her and I just knew she was it. Lucky for me, she felt the same way. But my father was skeptical. Aelin is immortal, after all. I understand it's strange.
He's divinophobic? Wow.
Between us,
in this day and age, shocking.
Suppose loving Aelin felt the same as loving myself. It was natural. Then... And this is where I still need answers. I died. I'm not sure how, why, but all was black. Next I knew, I was being jolted awake.
Okay.
I smelled musty air, I saw shadows. And then my father's face. So changed. So hideously warped.
Held a message for a reason. Sex-based terms. Kissing her. Is this like 1950s America? Are these the McCarthy hearings? One of these days I'll turn off automod. You become the chosen of Mirkul.
I didn't know that.
Kissing her? Add permitted termed.
In him. He told me we'd be together now. Said that Aelin was dead. I couldn't speak. Could only run. I found last light within the shadows. Made a shelter there. Prayed.
Let me look at the map and figure it out.
By the time Jaheira came, I'd pieced together just enough.
Automod doesn't do shit about those bots. I should ban things like, do you stream every day or where are you from? That's what I should take out. That's actually pretty smart. I should do that.
Tell her who I was. I had to protect them.
Hey, what's up?
Myself.
No real person would say that. That's another thing I really like about Avoiding the Puddle, aka Eris, twitch.tv/Avoiding the Puddle, is how he talks, how he brings up that the way people talk in chat, you would never do in real life. Like, you would never go to a bar and be like, hello, it's my first time here, I really like what you guys are doing, hello, hi. No one would actually ever do that. I love that shit. Or like tell your opinions on people the first time you met them. You would never do that.
It's all out in the open now. And with my father dead, I have nothing to fear. Except for Aelin. She needs healing.
I don't know who I am if I ban Tata. I use it daily. In some element of my life or
I
another.
hope we won't intrude on your hospitality too long. I'm grateful for a safe place to, well, just to be.
Excuse me, can Aelin and I have a thicker tent? Do you have a bigger tent that we can go into? that you guys can't hear us in. Okay, time to chat with my real friends. I'm sick of talking to Gale. I'm fucking sick of this guy. Where's Karlak? Ooh, mama!
Wish we could stay and see what this place will be like without the shadows. I bet it's beautiful. No rest for the wicked, huh?
It's funny how she's so confident until she actually gets laid, and then she starts to be more, like, tentative. I actually think that's, like, kind of true to real life to some degree. There's some relationships where, like, you have a lot more bravado, or the other person has a lot more bravado entering into, like, the first time you have sex, or, like, before so. People tend to talk a big game until such a point that, like, that kind of barrier is broken, and then people start to then be more insecure, or then to be, like, more normally anxious, or, like, not reserved, but I do notice that, like, people tend to have a little more bravado and, like, talk a bigger game up until such a point that you actually, like, breach that intimacy level. Karlak's a little bit like that. Alright, nothing going on there. Will, I don't want to hear it. I'm using you next time. That's Lae'zel. No one has time for that.
These lands will soon be free of Shah's grasp. You can almost sense it.
Look at that fucking armor.
If I was a bard, I might be tempted to draw comparisons between nature and myself, both shaking off Shah. But luckily for you, I'm no bard.
Is that the first attempt at comedy this woman has ever had? I love it. Oh. Here. I got you a present. The look on his face is so fucking adorable. Look how big those eyes are. Yeah, don't tell me about it.
Camp life seems to suit
I don't know anything about Will until a second playthrough.
His coat of feathers seems fuller. His eyes look bright. Scratch's tail wags enthusiastically. Scratch's tongue lolls out.
Lol. Okay, so let's is there So I'm going to think a little more carefully. I wouldn't do it till tomorrow or something. But I might think about messing around with the Berserker build just to see what the Wild Heart style is like. Seems kind of neat, you know? So why can't I give my owlbear stuffy to my owlbear? Okay, I don't get a party? I got more of those discs. Where's my party?
The curse is broken and the shadows are lifting. In time, these lands will heal.
Her intensity is very much offset by her floppy, silly hat. Oh, that's true. But it'd be comforting to have an owlbear stuffy she likes. Okay, so I thought I had discs for her. I don't. You're just too much for me. All right. Did we heal yet? No, we didn't. We nobody here? They're here. Withers. Is this where Withers is or Asterion? No, Asterian's over there, right? Who's here? Withers? Typically? Okay, we're good. Yeah, Lae'zel's like, when do I get to take this hat off? Like, be quiet, you. You're the... She's like a French warrior. Keep that. You got a little drool right here. Do you want a handkerchief to wipe that up? Okay, everything's fine. I'll see you guys later. Okay, let's take a look at the map and see what the hell you're talking about. What was over here? To refresh my memory. Oh, the isn't it like the bunch of those like blighty needle things? Wasn't that it? I This is the mountain pass back. That's like the little crypty thing where the cage was. This is where the guy was who makes you get that dwarf's ledger. This is where you start. Like around here? Way back at the beginning? All right. I'll give it an old... I'll give it the old scouter's try. I think I probably would have been around here, though. It's near the boy, the hide-and-seek that's here. There's an ambush. This is just another way to the inn. It was like a huge enemy over here. There's the Shadow Raven. There's a Shadow Raven attack here. Up here is a high place. Oh, this one. Is this what you mean? Yeah, this is really hard. These guys do the constrict everywhere, and then you get ambushed by all the fucking blighty boys. It was really annoying. You basically have to, I don't know. The fact that these things erupt in, the fact that the little ones, they do so much damage, but they do erupt in a way that can harm their own teammates as well. This actually took me like this took me a couple of tries. I had Gale up here, and you get pulled down every single fucking turn by the main guy. This was a hard fight. Yeah, I remember this one. Okay, well, I'm glad I didn't miss it. That was really hard. That was one of the hardest ones, I think. That's the second time you fight those needle blight guys. I think you fight them 3 times. every single time, despite them being level 3 when you're like level 6 or 7, I'd be blown away by how much damage they would do. Absolutely blown away. Okay, time to my level up.
The Absolute's armies are on the march. And Baldur's Gate is their target.
I guess I'll do it at the beginning of Act 3. Hopefully there's no fights right away. Yeah, I thought that was one of the hardest fights for sure. The hardest fights here were, I don't know. Like the Catherick boss fight. The Mirkul thing was, like the Apostle of Mirkul fight was insane. I didn't actually fight the House of Healing, I actually convinced him to do it himself. This fight was hard, mostly hard on my PC. Oh, that was bad. Things are slowing down there. Okay, we'll level up into level 9 just when we get to Act 3. So 9, 10, 11, 12. We get 4 levels. This is funny. Make sure to... Look at this. You are about to progress your adventure. Once you move on, you will not be able to return. Make sure to tie up any loose ends before advancing. So this should be yes. So yes should be... I'm going to tie up loose ends, and no should be keep going. This is like a false flag IQ test. Wait, I thought there was only 3 acts. What is this Act 3 and 4 thing you're talking about? Also, yes, I know I'm going to have to turn my have to turn my settings down to low for sure. Look. This by this logic, by this grammatical logic, this should progress you and this won't. Okay, I'm nervous now. Did I do everything? This is the part where doing the town into the House of Healing into the Mausoleum, or the House of Healing into the town into the Mausoleum, was the part where I was like, this is too fucking much. I need a break. How big this area was, you're like, oh yeah, there's just one little corner on the map there. Just one last little corner to wrap up before Moonrise Tower. Boom. Fucking eternal subterranean ancient temples. Back to the campsite. I was just here. These guys gonna pay for my camp supplies or what? Yeah, you're not a real gamer. That mausoleum was a huge area.
You spoke of my past, being chased by wolves. I told no one about that. Almost no one. But I certainly didn't share that with you.
There is nothing I can tell you that you do not already know yourself. They trained you well, trained you hard. Chiseled away any part of you that did not fit them.
Hello, Cartman.
They made you forget.
Cartman is the reason my cat's name is Kitty.
To do that. For the mission to protect Shaz.
Secrets. Yes, yes, that is an old song, girl. Your goddess cares more for her precious secrets than she does her devotees.
No, Kitty's my papa.
Get to the point.
When you freed me, you severed a bond between me and that dog, Thorm. A bond of pain. His, inflicted on me. When I laid eyes on you, I sensed a similar bond. You, tethered to 2 others. Someplace distant. Let me help you remember.
You feel
This is great.
Heart's mind tug at the edges of your own. You know this sensation. She wants you to see whatever is about to be revealed.
Okay, I want to know. She wants you to see whatever is about to be revealed. Well, then I'm just along for the ride, baby.
Shadow Hearts. Something pulls at you both.
She really hit a glow up. Saloon. Wolves are definitely aligned with the moon. that your father? Is that your dad? It's not like this game to not show that gore and violence. They show all gore and violence. I guess it's part. I guess it's I guess that's lore accurate.
What? Who was that man?
You already know. Did you not see yourself in him? Do you not recognize your own blood?
My father. That was him.
That is him. He lives still. And your mother, too.
No. It can't be. I'm an orphan.
And who told you that? Your adoptive family? You are not young. You were young. Impressionable. They took you because they wanted to break and remake you. But you are a child no longer. You are a woman. One who knows what must be done.
My parents. I need to save them.
I'll help.
Your parents are with your abductors. You will need to return to their lair. But be warned. You may have once thought of them as comrades, mentors, friends, even lovers. They will all be enemies now. You have been forewarned for what is to come, but not yet forearmed.
The spear. How do you have it? I threw it into the Shadowfell.
Already?
She's quick to discard
Attaboy.
what she has no use for. I think you know that well enough. But I felt it call to me as I took flight. Whatever Shah calls her own, Selûne has equal claim to. They are one and the same. Their power is matched and mirrored. Take it. You will find it useful. What do you do with it?
There's like a drum kind of heartbeat right now.
Same as before.
I'll need every advantage, it seems. Thank you.
A debt repaid. You returned my life unto me. Now go and claim your own.
It hurts.
Shah torments you still. What a spiteful creature she is. This will not stop until you take action. See that your parents' sacrifices are not in vain. Allow the Moon Maiden to guide you at last.
Damn, first legendary? Look at us. Look at us. Okay, spear, thrown, versatile. Just to be clear, she has proficiencies with this, right? Spears. Great. We don't need maces. The maces have been great, though. Oh my god. Look at her. Legendary, rare, very rare. She's stacked up. You gain advantage on wisdom saving throws and perception checks. You see the dark up to 12 meters. Weapon enchantment +3, moonbeam and moon moat. Call down a beam of light that damages any creature that enters the beam. That's so sick. Wow. Long rest and long rest. Wow, this is so sick. And she can charge and rush. Wow, this is great. I'm feeling pretty good right now, I gotta say. She's very Leonish. Using the charge from range, buffing her teammates. I like Leona. I wish this was better. But this is too dank. I really do wish this was better, though. I think they gave him one good piece, which is the Reaper's Embrace. If you had this and the heavy armor buff, that's 5 flat damage. What's how they did? I didn't notice this. Let out a bone-chilling howl that numbs all nearby creatures. What's numb? This is a funny game. You press T on this to check out this, then press T on this to check out this. And then if I want, I can press T on this to find out help. How do you know a game is too complicated? Okay. Something I was also considering doing is I still have so much. I heard people talking. I heard Code Carnage saying to drop frames that he had $32,000. Granted, he's playing a bard going into Act 3. All my money is caught up in my assets. I'm very low on liquidity.
I've got a long road ahead.
All right, can we chat a little bit here? We all buddies here?
Looking forward to a bit of rest, if I'm honest. It's been a long century.
There you
Thanks for the
are.
spear, dude.
I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation. Come closer. Feel my voice rattle your bones as I proclaim our victory.
Do it.
Moon Maiden Selûne, hear me. Ketheric Thorm, traitor, apostle of Merc.
Yes!
Dead at last.
Call my triumph!
My mate, most high. Darling.
Yes!
Is safe and well. Safe and well, and return to my embrace. Blessings upon the slayer of the wicked one.
Feel the energy. Where's the silver light? Where's the moon magic?
Listen to the subtle vibrations of the moon.
Where's the moon magic? Come on, I'm looking for silver light and moon magic here.
She works her magic there. My
Is that
darling
it?
Isabel says we will stay allied at your
Is it?
side.
Are you done?
I am
Is that it?
pleased to hear it.
How do you intend to spend your newfound freedom? How do you intend to spend your newfound freedom?
But not my duty. The dead 3 are risen. The dead 2.
Hey, we're all at camp here. Like, you can...
Must face them. I will help.
You can just, like... I know you're all the whole divinity thing, the immortal, the Valkyrie armor, but you can talk normally. We don't have to do this, like, forever. I find that a little exhausting, personally. This is a fucking insecure-ass thing to say. I don't know everything about you. It makes me feel like nervous in my tum-tum. I just need to know everything. Can you just tell me all your vulnerabilities so I feel better about my own self? Can you just tell me like really awkward, uncomfortable things?
At least Shadowheart is armed with the truth now. May its keen edge draw.
He's so supportive of his teammates. I love this guy. How are you feeling? It can be easy facing the possibility of death.
You know me, ever the
I
optimist.
think this is an eternal option. I probably clicked on this move before.
Truth is, I was living on borrowed time already. Consuming those items would only have kept the orb sated for so long. If anything, I feel more at peace than I have in months. At least now I know my death will have purpose. Won't be a distant bang in the footnotes of history.
I have very, very few criticisms of the story and writing of this game, but in 2023 to still have like games without urgency inflict urgency into we have to get here at a certain point when you very much fucking don't, like, why? Just stop doing it. You can just choose not to say something. We have to get here. Here's where we go next. Not, you better get upstairs and not click the bookshelves, because Ketheric Thorm's got an army coming. Okay. No, we have nothing going on here. Everyone go to bed. Wait, hold on. Dog. Here's a bold move. Does this do anything? Where's the fucking stuffy? There it is. I'm throwing the stuffy. What's she doing? She's like a gifted child with a Rubik's Cube. It's just pointy and spiny. That was underwhelming. Does no one care about the stuffed owlbear toy? If I leave it here, will it stay here? No, it's not going to. I gotta keep it with me. Alright, I'm going to bed. Wait. We're already rested. What's going on here? Okay, there we go. Don't even have to press anything this time. Free rest. Okay, they're watching over us. Do you see that? Okay.
I've been lied to. My whole
Look, she looks so fucking sick right now. You can even throw the spear.
to just believe it. My parents are alive, and I have to save them.
Necromancer's armor, Moon Maiden's spear.
Always knew that. A part that Shah denied to me.
Also, speaking of throwing, I had a point in one of those battles where I needed to throw a potion with Gale to heal a teammate who was down, and like a 4-meter toss was a 12% chance. It was against Ketherick on the tower roof, and he just threw it over there like this, like an unathletic person throwing a tennis ball. He just missed completely. You telling me that like he can't, a battle-hardened warrior can't toss a potion over there with more than a 12% chance of success? A little, give me a fucking break. This guy's not like a coder or a biologist. He's still a warrior. You can, it's right there. It's like from here to the dining room table. Totally whiffs it. You've been forced to live a lie, and now at least the truth is starting to reveal itself.
But the truth may yet prove painful. Who knows what Shah still keeps from me? We'd better press on for now, and hope we're ready.
All right, who asked you?
But before that,
This is my
there's one thing
There's one caravan. What? What? Are you kidding me?
You'll see for yourself soon enough. Just leave it with me.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I've had a couple of times that it didn't quite work, even though it looked like on the ground it worked, just by like the trickiness of the fucking aura. But whatever. I also breathed fire on Ketherick and just totally fanned it as well. You can keep that, bud. You're good. Next time bring something better than a fucking torch, and then maybe I'll take it. Okay, they're here again. Where's Withers? Withers is still gone?
Be gone, friend. I have found your door.
She's not going to do it. I have questions for you, Dame Aelin.
Ask, and I will tell.
I really think the way of giving her like the segmented face plating is a very, very creative choice. How did you become trapped in the Shadowfell?
Ketherick Thorn, father of my one and only love, enslaver of Dame Aelin. Ketherick Thorn never did trust me, even when he worshipped the Moon Maiden. He was threatened by my love for Isabel, by her love for me. When she died, curse the day, the hour. We each of us mourned bitterly, but Ketherick's pain could be touched by no aid, no boundary. He turned to wretched Shah, the Lady of Loss, for relief, and she whispered into his ear, poisoning his mind. He and his loathsome advisor, Balthazar, lured me into the shadows.
Lured!
Claimed they'd found someone in need of my aid. There, they trapped me in their infernal cage. I was killed, murdered, made dead over and over and over by justiciars of every make and kind. I was reborn, for it is my nature.
That's fucked up.
And Ketherick fed upon my immortality all the while. But lo, the brute is dead, and we live.
She talks like it's Die Nibelungen. Like, she talks like it's a German opera.
Do I not radiate with my mother's brightness, her glory? There can be no doubt. I am of her silvered flesh. Her
You don't have to talk this way all the time. Would your mother be willing to aid us in the fight against the Dead Three?
Why, she already has.
Yeah.
She has brought her
But you don't
sword to
fight.
her side, Dame Aelin. So mighty are her wonders, her great wisdom.
She's really intense.
Set this fair land free of tyranny and murder.
I would love to have this person as a friend IRL. Just listen to them talk. Just get them started on any topic. Alright, we out of here? See you folks later. I wonder if I keep letting the dog keep the treat, if it'll bring me a better treat. Give me a monk's weapon. It's fucking Act 3.
Kethric's reign of living death is over. Your courage has been tested, and in this at least, you have triumphed.
There we go. Nice. This is sick. He's really expressive. Erdtree? Classic? It's fucking really cool, man. Mostly just like how expressive he is for a custom character. And the tree is great and the music is beautiful. Can't complain. I think this is a pretty good time to stop. I should have stopped before doing this. I don't know why Jaheira and Halsin weren't there. Do you have to ask them to join you again? My Dream Guardian said, get them to join you. I'm like, yeah, they're already here. Those are options.
Preparations for my inauguration are complete.
No, Lord Gortash. We were interrupted. Another quake in the lower city. More severe this time.
Withers wasn't there either. They're still in the tower.
Flattered, Sergeant. But even I cannot command natural phenomena to cease.
Forgive me, my lord, but there is panic in the streets. The people are afraid.
Perhaps the people would be calm if you kept your nerve. I expect better from the flaming fist than to run scared from a slight tremor in the earth. Get back to your duties.
Duties, duties, duties. Patrolling and saluting and following and bowing and scraping and yes sir, no sir, rip and cut your throat, sir. Your plan is falling apart, lordling. Give me a reason not to cut you to ribbons.
Control yourself, Orin. We need to focus on reuniting the stones or the brain will break free. These quakes are just the start. Neither of us expected the prison bearers to kill Ketheric. They'll be traveling to the city. Let's make sure we give them a Baldurian welcome.
I itch to peel you, to split your skin, to see your skull shine in the light. Little tyrant. Lucky for you, I harvested a whole family of living flesh in Rivington at high sun. They will sate my blade thirst tonight. Oh, but tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, my blades will thirst again.
This should do nicely for a camp.
We're just camping constantly. God, look at that debonair outfit. Ooh, what's this?
Beyond the campsite, the city waits in uneasy silence, one sleep away.
Now the game really begins. You hit level 60. Okay, great. Wow, so pretty. Wow, so pretty. I should probably delete some of those saves. And then I'll check to see if Halson and all those dudes are here now. Trying to make me nervous a little bit. Jahira's here. No longer worried. Alright, time to make myself a bison blueberry sausage on the grill with some rice and vegetables. Cubed lion's mane and fresh cherry tomatoes, alternating along 2 skewers. 1 sausage. I have 3 sausages, so I chose 1 for today, 2 for some other time. And then pillowy rice. There's my meal. And then I'm going to sort out my life a little bit, and then watch a movie and move on with my life. I'll be back. And then, you know, got to remember to decide whether I want to try doing Wild Heart or a Barbarian for a while. It'd be fun. And 2, got to remember to probably turn my graphics down. It's going to be a little crazy in there. All right, everybody. Hope you have a good night. Wait a minute. Hold on a second.